He's Putty Tuck here, and it's time for Raw. The first Raw of August.
Yeah, that's very significant.
You think?
Yep.
Alright. Tucker thinks this is going to be a big show. Not the big show, though, although he might be here.
He might be here. Big waffle bar.
Love it.
Fantastic. And Regal's got drinks. Very wholesome to not wholesome there. Jesus.
Wrestling is dying in the US right now.
Not as bad as Burning Hammer, where I've been at zero wrestling industry for about 6 months. It's just like, oh, it's not coming back, is it?
In that save, I feel like you have to be held responsible for it.
I've killed wrestling.
I mean, you are wrestling in that country, right? So
I am wrestling, that's true.
You could make the same argument for us in this save, but TNA is healthy.
Where do you think Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is?
That is in
Tri-state?
Tri-State, yeah.
There you go. Alright, Pittsburgh, PA. Hit the John Cena intro.
Okay, yeah. So obviously some of this we're going to have to workshop. Some of this I already know, but I'm going to try not to, like, over-explain all of this shit while we book
Tip
it.
the hand too much, unfortunately. Yeah.
No, it's just more that, like, we're going to record this later, and that's when all the explaining can happen.
Yeah,
so
of course,
this first angle is going to be Vince out with a police, like, with a bunch of security. Like, he's just surrounded the ring with security men. It's Mr. McMahon.
Yeah, I know.
And he demands that Randy Orton come out.
R-Truth is there.
Yeah, sure. And obviously, Randy will come out, but he will, he won't be able to get anywhere near Vince because of the massive lines of security that Vince has. I just rewatched the Edge Matt Hardy Steel Cage match in 05. Damn, that was a hot feud. Yeah, I mean, they really hated each other, so makes sense.
Yeah, the fans were into it too. They really liked Matt Hardy for a minute.
Vince is going to announce that Randy Orton is not just fired from Raw. He's not just fired from the WWE. He's goddamn blacklisted from this business, from this industry for the rest of his life. As long as Vince McMahon is still alive, Randy Orton will not be in the wrestling industry ever again. If he was the Viper, like if we had done any snake imagery, there could be something there about Vince throwing him out of his garden. Vince thinks he's God. And then Vince asks some of the police officers to escort Randy Orton away. And we can get Randy doing some RKOs to a few of them before he's eventually dragged out of there. He does like 2 and then just amicably leaves. It's like, damn, what's wrong with those 2 guys? So Randy's not just fired from Raw. Randy's never going to work in wrestling again. He's been blackballed. Yeah. I hope you've got a backup plan, young man. There you go. Oh, and then the end of the angle after that, Randy can be rated on fighting because he, fair. At the end of the angle, Vince will announce that he's done playing nice. Last week was Vince McMahon Mr. McMahon appreciation night, and nobody was appreciative. So tonight he's gonna take a different tack. Tonight we're not gonna have a fun show where we all, we all recognize how fun this show is. Instead, tonight we're gonna fight for survival. Anybody who loses a match tonight is fired. Mr. McMahon oppression night. Yeah. I think 10 on this. Yep. I think we should maybe get an angle where Cena, Regal, and Charlie meet up and try and like figure out what the plan is. How do we go about this? And like Regal's like, I mean, that was my idea. So yeah, I like to think Regal's just like, we're fucked, honestly, boys. Get ready to learn TNA. Cena's like, maybe if we all just go to Mr. McMahon and talk to him, we can maybe get through to him. Charlie's like, see that, John?
Yeah, John, if you want to talk to that guy, you could go ahead. I'm going home.
I like that. Yeah, so John,
go see my family.
He's like, John, look, you're a single guy with no responsibilities. You're the WWE champion. You haven't got a lot to lose.
I've got my sons.
I've got kids to look after. Yeah, so I'm gonna take my boys. I'm gonna take them home where it's safe.
Damn, that's crazy. Baby faces. Regroup. Four? 6?
Not 6.
No? Okay.
It could go less than 4. It feels like more of a 2 to me.
Yeah, that's fair. Jesus.
Trish Stratus is going to go to Triple H.
Yeah.
And she's going to ask him to back her up on Saturday. And he will agree because he fucking hates Melina.
Fuck you, Melina. There.
I can go
Jesus,
6.
why can I not clear my throat? Good lord.
The Miz. Sorry, he's not called that yet.
No.
But Mike Mizanin is going to hype up his boys.
I love so much that you were like, all right, go on. And I was like, oh no, that was it, dude. I was just saying. It's like, hey, he won a thing.
I still don't get where you were going with that. Although I guess the answer is you weren't. Wait, I swear though, you started it with the words "got something for Eminem House" or something like that. Hold on.
Yeah, I did. I said like Eminem House stuff here or something.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Oh, it's right around that.
Yeah, possible right Eminem House shit here. Mike Mizanin won a season of Fear Factor.
He did win a season of Fear Factor.
Okay, go on. Why don't you? Would you care to link those two sentences together? And the answer is no.
Listen, I love my recovery of he wasn't just some reality TV schmuck. He was a reality TV champion.
I like that, and he can mention that in this promo before he announces 2 future world champions, Johnny Nitro and Chris Masters, who are competing for their lives here in this Hardys match.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't think you're right.
Over. Nothing on those 2, yeah. Yeah, fair.
I mean, you can check Johnny Nitro and Overness credit.
Sure, yeah.
Go 4 on it. Wow, Mike Mizanin crawls so Zack Ryder can run. And then we've got this tag match. In which, remember, the losers will be fired. Because that's what
not just fired, excuse me, blackballed from wrestling.
No, Randy Orton's the only one getting blackballed. Everyone else is just getting fired. He's not a monster. He's not a monster. He's not a monster, Tucker. This screams 7 to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's money.
Cool. And then I think the heels are going to win. I think let's have Nitro pinning Hardy.
Yeah.
Hardy. Matt.
Literally. I was going to say, wait a second.
Yeah, apologies.
Yep.
And then just a 1 minute angle afterwards where the Hardys look sad.
Aw. What is... Oh, man, maybe I should just Google that instead of saying it, actually.
Okay.
Because if it's a bad reference, I don't want to fucking use it.
Okay. Oh.
is this? Oh, yeah, okay, I definitely didn't want to reference that. Good job, me. Good job. I'm a champ. I knew that was sus. All right.
Can you DM me? I'm curious. Jesus.
Yep. Yep. Well, let's just say some cool words popped in my head, and I was like, "Whoa, that'd be cool to say." And then I was like, "Wait."
For what it's worth, that's not the most famous one of those.
No, I know.
That's a turn of phrase. It's not specifically referencing the famous one.
Oh.
In fact, there's one that's happened more recently that was just a British politician firing a bunch of his cabinet members.
So it's possible 80s. Then.
That phrase comes from a Celtic folk story where they met the Brits for dinner, and the Brits killed them all with their really long knives.
Big.
Yeah, so it's not that bad. I assume the one you found was the SA purge.
That's immediately what popped up, and I went, yeah, there was a reason why for some reason, my brain was like, don't say it.
Yeah, fair. Okay, I think we should have the angle here where Cena goes to Vince.
Yep.
It's like, history lesson with Buddy, I feel more educated. Uh-huh. Because the reason why I know that is because obviously that's a really famous event. I'm just gonna say that, what we're talking about is the Night of the Long Knives as a phrase.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, why is it called that? Is it like a German phrase or something? And then I looked it up, and apparently it's just nobody really knows where it came from, but that's the story I've got, is that I think it's Celtic, and there's some sort of meeting that happens where people bring some really long swords and
If I had to just guess, like without any information, I would say it was because they killed people and Hitler was far away from it, so long knives.
I think it's just
unironically. That's what I would think.
I think that it's supposed to be a betrayal. Like it's
that makes sense. Yeah,
it's when you get rid of your closest allies.
Yeah,
you don't trust. So that's why it was. I think it was in the 80s. There was a Night of the Long Knives, which referred to a British prime minister getting rid of all of his cabinet members and replacing them with other people.
Big ups to whoever was like, yeah, we can just use this verbiage again. There was nothing special about it happening that one time.
Again, because it existed for a long time before that as well. Similarly to, we still, there was a funny thing that came up a few weeks ago when I was looking at this. There's still a concept in legislation called an enabling act. And I was watching someone else do some teaching, and they were like to the kids, Google enabling act. And I was like, you might not get what you're expecting when you Google the enabling act, because that is there was in that same time period there was an enabling act, so that's the most famous one. Yeah.
Interesting.
Go on.
I was just gonna say I'm glad that one's I'm glad that one.
I was gonna troll you really bad by saying some heinous shit when you messaged me, and you don't. It only stopped by the fact that I actually had something relevant to say about what you messaged me. I was gonna be like, Tucker, you're why are you googling that or whatever?
Don't reference the other night.
The White Knight.
That's the one I'm referring to, obviously. Nothing else in that time period involving night.
No, indeed.
6 on this?
Yeah. Basically, Cena's gonna be like, Vince, this isn't great, this isn't good. The boys have some concerns. And then Cena's like, you know what, John? I have tried to work with you over and over and over again. You can go fuck yourself. Okay? I will burn this place to the ground and rebuild it again in my image if I have to. You know what, John? Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry. You don't need to wrestle tonight and risk your job. You don't even need to wrestle at Wembley at SummerSlam. You could just take the night off. I'll main event SummerSlam with the World Heavyweight Championship, with Chavo Guerrero and the Animal Batista. Real champions. Huh? How about that?
Dave doesn't even have a belt, man. What the hell? Yeah, good stuff. I'm interested in checking this really quickly.
Sure.
Yep, it is just the freestyle angle. There's no period at the end of the second sentence. It just ends.
Shit.
Look at that. Look at that shit. Fix it. Fix it, Ryland. Go back in. Release a patch for this period.
Well, that'll be a good test of your theory that he watches our shit.
No, I would not expect him to do that, honestly. I would not at all.
If you're watching Adam, do it. I bet it's not that hard. Okay, so I'm thinking we only have one more match tonight.
Okay.
I've done a lot of what I have planned, aside from the last angle. I think you get the idea of what the show is meant to be. Do you have any thoughts as to where we can continue to develop the themes? I know you had said at one point that R-Truth should. Well, one thing, R-Truth should be in that angle.
Yeah.
That R-Truth should maybe break off by the end of this night.
It might be time.
I think that's fun. So I don't know if you have scope to do that here.
Obviously, it can't happen right here. No. I don't know.
Right here, we could just do the SmackDown Slam of the Week to give us a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what could cause it, but essentially, pitching like Truth, like looking at Vince and being like, "Wait, dude, like, hold on, like you're
Roderick Strong."
Thank you. Oh yeah, because Roddy's number one contender.
I had this idea that R-Truth would maybe start questioning Vince, and Vince could give this big retort that, like, I made you relevant. I made you who you are. I picked you out of the gutter of irrelevance and made you something, somebody that people cared about. I can put you back there. And Truth's like, Vince, that's really fucked up thing to say.
Yeah, especially since I gave you your new identity. You were just some bald sad fucker when I met you.
Always a gangster. And I'll always be a gangster.
Yeah.
And I've outlived you.
What? What do you mean? He pulls a gun? Oh my...
Vince, what are you doing? Succeeding you, father. Stabs him in the gut.
Perfect.
What are we doing now, though?
Yeah.
Should we do a Revolution locker room talk?
We could do that. Hold on here. We'd also do Mark Henry. He could beat Jobber.
One more match tonight, remember?
I know. I was just throwing it out there.
Okay. Do you disagree then? Because
I was just...
Because you're saying, I know, but then pitching not doing that.
My only thing was... yeah, alright. My only thing was the stip of, like, if you lose tonight, you're fired. Then we do, like, 2 matches. It's like, oh, okay. Not that many people are getting fired.
That's kind of the point, yeah. We don't want to make... Because we don't want to make it seem ridiculous.
I see, that's probably the difference. I would have gone ridiculous.
Oh, Jesus. I guess my only thing with making it ridiculous is that I feel like it'll be a bit telegraphed that this isn't permanent if like half the roster's gone.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Whereas if it's just the Hardys and Bobby Lashley, I think you could maybe sell it.
Like, we just got rid of, like, all of Cena's friends. He's just like, God damn it.
What
the hell's Sean up to?
He's gone. He's dead.
Oh, yeah, right on. Okay. You should go on vacation, Sean.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We'll do that after this show.
I should get that going for you.
Same with Edge.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, Edge as well. Shelton.
Yeah.
What the hell has Shelton even been doing?
He's just chilling. He's waiting for a world title match.
Yeah, we're waiting for the main event scene to clear out a little bit.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Shelton's kind of interesting because I think he doesn't really have
that 1 week.
He doesn't really
JR
have.
got fired and everybody was mad about it.
He doesn't really have very much.
He does just be chilling.
Hello? Can you hear me?
About the new breed for a minute.
Tugger?
With the DMLS boys. That's base as fuck, dude. No, I can't. Oh, I see the... Hold on.
Yeah. What? Are you Bro! Are you screenshotting? I can see your screen, bro! Oh, okay. Alright. I mean, yeah, that's still...
Alright, we're back. We're back.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I know. I was just waiting on it to fucking fix itself, because it's just, just what happens. I don't know, it'll occasionally spike. We're good.
It's just what happens?
Yeah, just what happens.
Okay. Man, your brain just isn't programmed to solve problems. Sometimes my internet just drops out. Okay, actually, to be fair, it's Discord. I'm pretty sure. Or is it me? Hold on.
Hello.
Hi.
That's fucking weird. I don't like this. Stop doing that.
I think it's actually Discord, yeah, to be fair.
It keeps going like connecting, disconnecting, connecting, disconnecting, and I'm like, fuck off. Hopefully it just stabilizes now. Figures its shit out. All you missed was me saying Shelton teaming with these guys was based.
No, I caught that. I could hear you perfectly the whole time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just couldn't hear you. Weird. Weird.
Just gonna check. Okay, it looks fine, I guess. Just make sure you don't have like Steam or anything open, or your or OneDrive uploading, or anything like that.
Let me just pop this real quick. I can close this.
Why have you got fucking Hamachi open? Is that Hamachi?
It probably is open.
Why have you got Hamachi open?
It's always open, brother.
Why?
It's fun. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What do you use it for? What do you even use it for these days?
We played. What did we play with it? The old wrestling games on emulators.
Oh, okay.
And fuck. What the fuck's it called? Why can I remember the company from the thing, but not the Half-Life? The first Half-Life we played in like co-op or something. There was like 5 of us. It was fucking crazy.
Okay, alright. Where were we? Oh yeah, Shelton. I don't think Shelton has much of an opinion on what's going on this show. Like, maybe, I definitely think there's an argument to say he should be on the show, but I don't really know what he does, because he's not anti-Vince.
Yeah, he's not. You're right. We've got the new breed.
Maybe he fights Bobby Lashley.
Could you? That's pretty hype.
He beats him because he's like, well, it's a match. I win my matches.
I feel like it'd be very funny if Tommy Dreamer appeared for the first time in like 4 months to cut like a passionate promo against Vince and be like, you killed my company. I'm not going to let you kill your own, you son of a bitch. Then the new breed just murders him and we never see him again.
Oh, I could do it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Dreamer comes out to the ring and is like, fucking, bleed for this company like I bled for ECW. And then fucking, they just hit the ring and kill him. Very, very funny. think like in the era and stuff like that of like the late 90s and stuff like that, I kind of get having Dreamer around, but Jesus, why did we hire Dreamer around this period? What were they thinking?
I still maintain he was all right at times in WWE CW.
Fair, maybe. And I guess the bigger, like, what the fuck were you thinking was the Sandman? Like, what was he gonna do in your company, Vince? What was the end game here?
I think I told you how as a very young man, I at the Royal Rumble 2007, I was confused and thought the Sandman and Mr. Kennedy were the same person.
That's very understandable. It's not as bad as my infamous mix-up the first time I ever watched wrestling.
Oh shit, I remember it. I remember you telling me. It was something like you played the video games, but I can't remember who it was. I
played the video games, and then I watched like one of the first SmackDowns of 2011. R-Truth comes out, and my buddy calls me, and I'm like, "Why did JTG change his name? Like, what's up with that?"
I think
dead ass, by the way.
I think that angle should be shorter. I'm thinking like 4.
I was 11 at the oldest, folks. So,
Revolution.
Yep.
In their locker room.
You're gonna keep saying, you say Revolution, I see. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, Nat, where are you coming from? Hold on here. Turn the brands back off so I don't get confused. I have no clue where the fuck Nat came in there. That's crazy. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. You want to call them Revolution. 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 Yeah.
That's because I would pronounce the original stable Evolution.
Oh yeah, no, and I'm like, I'm all over like Triple H says it, Evolution, baby. I guess I should be on Trish, right?
They're not really cutting a promo. They're like game planning.
Oh, my bad. Damn, Talia snuck in twice.
Shit. I think this could also be 4, yeah.
Break them all?
Sure.
Cool.
I think you should script them.
Oh, okay, fair.
I think we have to say this a couple times over the history of the series, but I'm going to say it again. The default should be scripting people. We are a scripted live television show.
He's scripted. I don't know what else has talking. He's scripted. Oh shit, you're right. Fuck. Maybe we're much better at this than I think.
I think you maybe in the multi-person angles go for the unscripted for some reason.
Yeah, because didn't it used to be like if one person was scripted and the other person was unscripted, it was like they can't figure out how to do this. There's no way for this to work.
That's still the case, and I think that's fair.
It's probably fair to get like some penalty for it, but I also think like, I don't know, if the person going off the cuff is just that good, they can work around it 1000%.
It's not about them working around it. It's about the scripted person working around it.
The off-script guy going into business for himself, and
you just got the script. It's like what?
Yeah.
No. I don't think you realize like that's the problem. It's not that the off-script guy's gonna be like lost out there or anything. It's the other way around. It's like the angle will just be shitty because one guy's shooting and the other guy's just like, "I will see you on Saturday, punk." Like I don't know what to tell you. Like obviously that's gonna be a bad promo.
Fair enough. Maybe a minute of coach here.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe we can show a shot of Big Show getting tracked down. He's been running wild around the arena, trying to escape the Vince oppression, beating the shit out of all of the lackeys. Like he's just smashing Matt Morgan with a steel chair when eventually, finally, the police officers and the New Breed subdue him and put him into a cage.
like that. There's something to this. I don't know what the fuck it is. But it's like, to me, it's like, maybe it's Truth, because Truth can do the talking for Matt Morgan. And maybe this could be the thing that makes Truth go like, what the fuck is going on here, man? So, him and Matt Morgan are walking backstage. I guess I can't go into this too in depth, because we'll just do it on the recording, but they're walking, they're looking for Big Show, because Vince told them Big Show has been, like, I don't know, throwing a fit backstage, or something like that. And Big Show can come off like a, one of those, like, storage boxes that they have with the chair, 187 the fuck out of Matt Morgan.
Yeah.
It just comes off, crack over the fucking head. Or Truth is like, oh shit.
I think no. Let's step up our extreme giant rhetoric. Big Show cracks him with a light tube.
off the storage thing.
Yeah,
he just hell yeah, so lit.
But wait, Big Show's gonna get subdued by the end of this and carted off, right?
Yeah, I think the cops probably do it for the most part. They
sure.
just mob him. Like, Matt Morgan died, though. Like,
the trained fighter can't do it, but the police officers can.
Yeah, the police have got this. Don't worry. There's, like, at least 4 of them.
Cool.
Yeah. Might be even funnier, actually, if they're just not looking for the Big Show, and they're just discussing. Or Truth is just, like, telling Matt Morgan the plans for the night, and then Big Show comes from, like, the background off the box and just kills him.
4.
Yep. No, I think Truth's got this.
I mean, I feel like it's a straightforward. I feel like he should be scripted. There's not a lot of.
All right.
There's not a lot of room to go up there. Right? You said that he was telling him the plans for the night. I feel like that being ad-libbed is kind of dumb.
That's true. Yeah.
I've got one more angle with Vince where he's like the last enemy that must be destroyed. It's Triple H. But
can we do that somewhere here and then do the Truth thing after that? Not like in immediate succession, but
yeah, I feel like our main event's coming up soon anyway. Our like last match of the night. I mean,
yeah.
To do Wrestling Returns to the Brits, the new Vindaloo trailer that I've pitched. I guess Cena can be the guy for that because he's probably going to be at the head of the Vindaloo marching group.
Yep. I love all that stuff. What do I have this on? Ant. What is this? No, it should be Omnis.
It should be Cena.
Oh, we're starting the new one tonight? Oh, fair enough.
That is indeed what I said.
Well, I just thought we'd start it next week after,
That's totally what I was saying when I said, let's book in this angle and do our new video.
All right, fine.
Listening.
It's very hard, all right?
Is it?
I have to do a lot.
Do you? Should we do the Vince, this Vince thing now? I don't have a ton of formulated plans for it, other than it's like Vince just corners Triple H, and Triple H's like, what's going on? And Vince is like, you're the last troublemaker, Hunter. And he's like, Vince, no, please, no, you don't have to do this. I'm a lapdog at heart. You know I'm a yes man if you really want me to be. And it's like, no, you're a degenerate, Hunter. You'll always be a degenerate, and you'll always be a degenerate.
I like this angle in like my head with like Vince. Vince is talking to Triple H like he's still his friend, but he's telling him about how he's gotta like take him out and stuff like that.
There you go.
He's like, you're the last enemy I have left. Triple H is like, what? Why? What the hell have I ever done against you? And he's like,
WrestleMania
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, they did literally fight at WrestleMania last year.
Oh yeah, did we do that DX tag or whatever?
No, it was Triple H versus Vince McMahon.
Really?
Go look at WrestleMania 22 if you don't believe me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I'm right.
Oh my god. We banged. Vince's in-ring performance was nuts. Holy shit. Okay. You Why, Vince, I've never done anything to you. You beat me in that street fight like 18 months ago. I remember. What the? Triple H doesn't remember? What the fuck are you talking about?
Also, you seem to have forgotten that last fall we did DX versus McMahon and Friends for like months.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, Triple H at this point is... I have no clue what drives this man. He hates women, I think, at this point.
He loves women.
Oh, he's pro-women?
He loves Trish Stratus. The Triple H of the women's division, as he calls her.
Yeah. Alright.
And then what, does he fire him? Is that what we're doing here?
He could.
Or does he just punish him somehow? Is he like, you are never fighting for the WWE Championship? Yeah, that's it. He's like, I thought about firing you, but I know what'll really emasculate you. What'll really destroy your motivation. Because I know what you really want more than anything else in the world. So, I've got, the contract is signed. It's written into WWE canon. You will never compete for the WWE Championship ever again. He's like, no!
I was going to pitch like an alternate thing, but I like that too much, honestly.
Alright.
My idea was just gonna be he's banned from ringside on Saturday, because that'll fuck with him and Trish or something, because she asked him.
I kind of like that, but I think the idea of the Trish story is that we're supposed to be getting them to help each other. And
I also think that this will explain many things going forward a little easier for me.
Cool.
6?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess should we do our main event? And is it Bobby Lashley versus Shelton Benjamin?
Oh, I need one more. I need the truth blow up.
That's gonna happen afterwards, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Lashley Shelton?
Yep.
Oh, not Lashley Shelton?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
$17?
Yep.
Yep. I think this can be open.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Bobby, I think maybe I want some afters here where like Lashley says goodbye to the fans and also like shakes hands with Shelton. Like he understands that Shelton's just like a competitor.
Yep, I like that.
Oh, I like this. Yeah, so first of all he shakes hands with Shelton and then he gets on the microphone and he says thank you to the fans. This has been an incredible journey. And if you're watching Teddy Long, call me.
Big.
Yeah.
Big.
4 works for that, yeah. We can do the truth thing now if you want.
Yeah, it might just be hard pacing this with what closes.
We'll do it then and we'll see.
Yeah, our truth is like, Vince, shit's getting out of hand, man. Matt Morgan died. Like, maybe legitimately. I don't know. There was glass, dude. What?
Soldiers always need to die for the cause. And we're on the cusp of victory, Ron.
What the fuck? No, Vince. We don't... Gangsters don't leave men for dead, Vince.
The game's the game, man.
Then play this game, and he throws a smoke bomb at Vince and runs away.
I made you who you are, you son of a bitch. Run! Go on! Walk away, Ron! Walk away from my relevancy!
Alright, peace, dude. This is weird.
I'll find another friend. Another rapper!
Yeah, Vince, that's what you mean, buddy.
There's plenty where you came from.
4, 6.
I could go either. I think I'm leaning more towards 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Nine-minute angle just called "It Happens" with Vince.
I think we can go. We can do a few more things before the end, but I like this idea. I don't know who it would be, but some sort of fairly innocuous member of the roster saying to an interviewer, like, someone's got to do something about that Mr. McMahon.
Maybe Crime Time, maybe.
Yeah, I like that. Crime Time get interviewed.
Yeah, they're just like, so what do you think about all that shit? They're like, well, we're glad we're not booked for tonight. Good God. Because they might lose and then be fired.
Be fired, yeah. That is the stipulation.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
Two minutes.
Fair enough. Where's that going?
Anywhere.
Yeah, let me just see here. In ring, backstage.
In ring.
Yeah, like on ramp, in ring type deal.
In ring.
That's in ring, backstage. Vignette thing, in ring, backstage. God damn it, this is paced well.
Backstage.
That's backstage. That's a vignette. That's backstage. In the ring. Out of the ring. Fuck. All right, you're gonna go there.
And go 2 minutes.
Yep.
Glamorous Amazon vignette.
Yep.
Which I guess this week can just go 1 minute with the major success. I think we were going star qual on her.
Yep, fair enough.
And a minute. And again, that can go anywhere.
I always want to like push this to like some kind of like mid-show. I don't know.
Nadir.
What?
Hold on. Nadir. Yeah, Nadir, the lowest or most unsuccessful point in a situation.
Alright, that's not exactly what I meant. Good God.
Morass. I think Morass was also on my mind. I think that's the one I was going for. An area of muddy or boggy ground.
Muddy or putty ground.
But area of putty. I think we can take a minute off of the open.
Yep.
And then we can go 7 minutes on this last angle, which is just Vince.
Yeah.
I think
acting.
No, I think entertainment has never been used, and I think we let him ad lib if he wants, and we also let him road agent this angle if it will, if the game will let us, which I think it will.
Oh yeah, it does. It happens.
Okay.
All right. Let me hop over to this, close this.
Should we check storylines, or do we just assume they're fine?
We can.
That can probably just end. Or do we keep it? Hold on, let's check the others first. Let's come back to that.
Yep.
This
is all
fine.
right.
We can make that fine, I think.
Yep, fair enough.
That's fine.
Yeah, they're both in that one angle. This is good, obviously.
Yeah. So I'm thinking... I think we just want to try and keep these storylines all alive for for now. So let's have Ain't That a Kick in the Head be continued by the Open.
Sure. Makes sense to me.
Let's have Cena going to Vince. Yeah, have Bobby Lashley mentioned off screen, because one of the things Cena's going to talk about is the treatment of such a massive star. And I think that was all of the... Oh, let's have Vince McMahon has lost his mind IRL be continued in the main event. And then I think we're good.
Awesome. All right. You ready to do this?
I think so. Where are we tonight?
Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
In 3. Jesus, hold on. Some water here. Yeah, hold on. All right. Let's do it. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, folks. Welcome back to 2007. We're at a Raw.
The first Raw of August.
Why are we at this Raw, buddy? What's happening?
Well, why don't you explain how we've gotten here, and then I'll explain why we're here.
Over the past number of months, we have seen... I don't even know what word to use. I want to say the degradation, but I don't even know anymore if he's good, if he's bad, if he's... Vince McMahon is insane at this point. I'll just be honest, okay? This dude has lost his shit. Week after week of trying to, either pry the belt off John Cena, or trying to mess with his number one contenders, such as Bobby Lashley and stuff like that. It's driven this man to a place that I don't think we've ever seen him before. Last week, he held Mr. McMahon Appreciation Night, which was a trip. He basically just paid a bunch of the celebrities that we've worked with in the past to say nice things about him. But as we all saw, they don't have very many nice things to say about Vince at all, actually. And that show ended with
the reason why we're here tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess there's technically like a parallel side story going on with the roster, as they've realized that Vince is not right. I guess essentially they, underneath Jim Ross, started to form a bit of a like a rebellion, I guess you want to say. I don't know what word you want to use. Essentially, that coup attempt, as it's kind of been referred to by Vince, was stomped out. They went toe-to-toe with Vince's boys and the by proxy new breed. And they failed, and JR was fired. He's never returned. He's not returning. He's gone. And then the roster got a little bit desperate and called in a guy.
They called in Randy Orton, the legend killer, the apex predator, as some have started to refer to him as. A killer, no doubt. And he's been on a spate of kicking people in the skull so badly that they've been forced to take long periods of downtime, or in fact retiring. We've seen this happen to Edge. We've seen this happen to Shawn Michaels, and neither man has wrestled since. And he tried to do it to Vince McMahon, but he failed. Shane McMahon got in the way. And, well, that was the end of last week's show. This week, we're gonna see the consequences. And they could have massive implications for our next Patreon show, which is SummerSlam.
Patreon show.
Yeah, SummerSlam's our next Patreon show.
Yeah, it'll be up on Patreon, but it'll also come to YouTube.
Of course.
Eventually. Yeah, we're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Shane McMahon has died. Let's do some pro wrestling, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a little glimpse into Monday Night Raw.
We get the Raw intro before kicking off with Vince McMahon. He's got R-Truth with him. Randy Orton's apparently there, even though he's not.
No, he is.
Oh, he's there? We bring him out?
We booked this like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I don't remember if he was there or not. To me, it made more sense if he wasn't there.
All right, you know what? It sounds like you want to do the angle.
Sure, fine.
All right.
Mr. McMahon opens up the night. He's got R-Truth with him, and he says last night...
Wait, who else has he got with him? Or do you want to completely redo the angle?
I don't even remember. Was there somebody else supposed to be here?
Okay, you know what? You just do the angle.
Okay.
You started to do you started to do the angle. You clearly want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I'm cool with that.
Right.
Mr. McMahon kicks off in the ring. He's got R-Truth with him, and he says that last week, Mr. McMahon Appreciation Night ended in the worst way possible. More so than harming him or hurting him in any way. The cowards that work at this company targeted his son. And as a way to get to a man, it might be effective. But it's effective for all the wrong reasons. Vince McMahon now having stared into the abyss of a sunless life. Oh, there was something there with abyss and sunless. Oh, I'm pretty good at this. Anyways, having stared in the abyss of a sunless life, Vince has realized that he cannot be pushed around by these terrorists. Ha! I have to crush them out. I have to smoke them out. Every single last one of them will fall. But before any of that starts, Randy Orton, you son of a bitch, wherever you are, you don't bother showing your face. You don't work here anymore. Not for Raw, not for SmackDown, not for WWE, not for pro wrestling. I will put out the word into the streets that you are bad for business. You are bad shit. And nobody, and I do damn well mean nobody, will come and hire your worthless ass. Anybody who loses a match tonight will be fired. FYI. I am tired of the mediocrity. I am tired of being fucked with. This ends now. This ends now.
I'm not going to force you to explain why Randy Orton is rated on fighting in this angle, but I will get in the one line that Vince says that as long as I live, you won't work in wrestling again.
Big. Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah,
that was a pretty good bit.
Do you?
Yeah, you could have just said that at any point. Well, and I would have been like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
Yeah, but right. I mean, I'm gonna look. To be completely honest, it just feels a bit weird that we book a show together and then we come on to run it, and you just like completely changed the angle. It's fine. It was good, but like, what was the fucking point of booking the show?
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
sure.
I understand, but I feel like it has to.
No, it's fair enough. No, it's fair enough. It's fair enough. Yeah.
But crack on.
Yeah. So Vince is taking Orton out of the company. He's fucking gone. He's never coming back. It's over. Backstage, John Cena is with William Regal, Charlie Haas, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase are there in the background. I don't know, drawing pictures or something, whatever children do. The adults discuss, and Cena's like, we gotta go talk to him, okay? He's Vince still somewhere under all that crazy stuff going on, right? He's still the guy who signed us to contracts. He pays us. He pays us. He cares. He cares about us. And William Regal's like, oh yeah, I don't know about that one. You might be on your own. I kind of sort of organized the whole Randy Orton thing, so I might need to get out of here now. And Charlie Haas is like, yeah, I mean, John, you know, you're kind of on your own, right? You're doing your world champ lone wolf stuff. I get it, but I've got other people to think about. And he's like looking at Charlie. He's looking at Cody and Ted. He's like, I don't know if I can, you know, make a stand here. Cena can understand both of their concerns. And he's like, well, then I'll just do it myself. Yep.
Yeah.
What the hell, Triple H? Where did you go? What the fuck is happening?
I'm a fucking ghost. That?
Literally, I don't exist. So yeah, Trish Stratus talks to Triple H about Saturday coming up. She's got a women's world title match against Melina. And she'd like Triple H to be in her corner. Triple H agrees. Because he hates Melina.
Yep.
He puts that over very hard. He hates Melina. Back out to the ramp. Masters and Nitro are making their way down to the ring. Mike Mizanin's got a microphone. And he's talking about how these two are the hottest talents in the company. The three of them together. Nitro and Masters. They're both going to be WWE champion in the future, no doubt. Him as well, probably. Maybe. You got anything else with this?
No, good.
All right. Yep, we've got a tag team match here. It's the Hardy Boys taking on Eminem, and Eminem beats the Hardys. The Hardys are gone, buddy. They're gone.
They're fired.
And they're fired. They look sad. We feel sad. Sadness.
You don't seem sad.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. That's a fair statement.
The Hardys only just came back.
It's honestly because I can barely wrap my head around so much talent going so quickly. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shane died. Orton been cut. The Hardys are gone. Regal may never come back because he organized the Orton thing. Who knows if Charlie will bring any of the DMLS stuff around again. It's getting rough. Getting rough. Do you want to do this one? I know I've taken a lot.
Go for it, man. You start. You've got your beat going. You got your image. I don't. It's like we were talking about earlier with the scripted, unscripted thing. I'm the scripted guy. I gotta let you take the reins because you've got the improv.
So Vince is in his office. He's got R-Truth there with him. John Cena comes in and he's like, "Okay, we've got to talk. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?" Vince is like, "John, they pushed me. They pushed me here. I've gone through a lot of shit in the past couple months. And you're part of that. You're very much a part of that. I have tried my damnedest to work with you, to help you, to get you to help me. None of that seems to work. You're not motivated by money. You're not motivated by fame. Quite frankly, John, you're illogical out of the two of us, but regardless, why are you here?" And Cena's like, "Vince, you gotta stop this, like, just entirely. Like, the vibes are fucked. I don't know if, like, half of this roster even plans to show up next week. You kind of just dropped the whole firing match thing on us here tonight. I don't know, dude. Like, you really think this is the best way to go about this? Like, legitimately?" Vince can fire up a little bit and be like, questioning me, goddammit. Yeah, you're just like all the others. All the goddamn wrestlers, they don't know shit about this business. They don't know nothing. They'd all die if it wasn't for me. I made John Cena. I made the WWE. I made Raw. I made SmackDown. I made... that's the only shows I produced. Never mind. I've made it all. And you've all come to leech off of me, to leech off of my fame and my fortune, and I... Get out of my goddamn office. Go. Get out of here. And Cena just kind of looks at Vince and he's like, what the hell, man? What the hell has even happened here? And he walks out, just sadly. Oh, fuck Bobby Lashley too, Vince says. Cena's like, oh, okay. You could be a dick to me. Bobby Lashley has never done shit, alright? He followed you for ages. Like a year and a half. And finally, when it seemed like you were done with him, he broke away and started to do his own thing. And that made you angry for some reason, right? He can't do anything without you, Vince. Is that what it is, right? He can't succeed on his own. He has. He'll continue to do that. I wrestled him. He's very good at what he does. You can only keep him down for so long, Vince. Let's be real. Anyways. Peace, dude. This is weird. Vince is left at his desk, and he's like, I should kill somebody else, he says. We get a vignette for some glamorous Amazonian woman. We get the SmackDown Slam of the Week. Roderick Strong is your #1 contender. And this Saturday, he is taking on Chavo Guerrero for the World Heavyweight Championship. We have received some word that on SmackDown, a big twist to this match is coming. General Manager Theodore Long has come up with some kind of idea. We'll see what that is when we get there. Maria's backstage with Crime Time. Maria's like, so, all this stuff that Eric Bischoff is doing, like, I don't think it's very good for the business. What do you guys think? And JTG and Shad are just like, yeah, I don't really know what's up with Vince. I mean, he's always been a weird guy, but it's real bad now. Like, somebody should like step in here or something. Just stop this, nip it in the bud before it gets too crazy. Because it's already getting pretty goddamn crazy. Like, I don't know, Maria. Just don't let him book you in any matches. Because just don't wrestle. Just don't wrestle, actually. We should all just avoid wrestling.
This is the moment where we capitalize, and Maria says, fuck you, I will wrestle. Throws down the microphone.
Yeah, and GGG's like, what? No, what? How does that spite me? We go back to the ring. It's Tommy Dreamer. We've not seen him for months. Tommy Dreamer is in the ring.
Last time we saw him, he beat the Big Show.
Yep, and he says, Vince, I'd like you to come out on this stage. And Vince does. Vince comes out on the stage and he's like, do you work here? What's up here? Tommy's like, yeah, no, you still pay me. You've paid me for months to do nothing. I have sat around and I've waited and I've realized now nothing's coming. So, I might as well just see what I say. Wait, say what I see. God damn it. Vince, you're gonna bleed this company dry. You and your nonsense bullshit garbage. And I've seen it, and I've seen in your eyes that you're not all there. And that's fine. Because I come from a place where not many of us were all there, let's be real. But we did, but what we did have is the heart, the passion, the fight. And I know you have the fight in you, but the heart is all... It's all gone cold, buddy. This place will go the way of ECW. I promise it will. If you keep doing this the way you're doing this, you're going to have nobody who wants to work for you, and the people who are here will be fucking miserable. They'll come, they'll do their 9 to 5, and that'll be it. This place is more about just wrestling or working. It's a magical fucking place. Let's be real. This should be a good company. This should be the best place in the world to work, and it's not. It's because of one guy. Everything revolves around one guy, and that's you. This man is like, well, Tommy, I'm very sorry you feel that way. I'm going to kill you now, though. And the New Breed just appear and destroy this fucking guy. He is dead. We will never see Tommy Dreamer again. They fuck him up. Yeah. Backstage, the stable, whose name is constantly in flux, game plan for the situation on Saturday. Melina's got to defend her title against Trish Stratus. How are they gonna get that done? How are they gonna stop Trish Stratus? Let's be real. Can Melina just do it on her own? Is she just that good at this point? Who knows? We'll find out. R-Truth is walking around with Matt Morgan backstage, and R-Truth is telling Matt Morgan, he's like, yeah, so, I don't know, he wants everybody, like, lined up along the hallways for some reason for when he leaves. I don't get it either, but whatever. At this point, we're just doing whatever he wants. So, like, maybe you can go up there by the corner or something like... Actually, no, we'll get you by the door, like, right at the end, actually, and then if anybody tries to come through after him, you can just, like, I don't know, slide over or something. And then suddenly, a 7'1", 500-pound hardcore giant jumps off one of those storage boxes that they have. He's got a fucking light tube in his hand. He cracks it over Matt Morgan's head, 187 style. R-Truth is like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then a bunch of security guards and police officers swarm the Big Show and take him away. As R-Truth is left with the corpse of Matt Morgan. He's like, what the hell? Oh my god. Big Show has been arrested. He will probably come back, though, let's be honest. The being arrested isn't much in wrestling. Matt Morgan might be dead, though. That might be the actual concern here. Matt Morgan may not come back. I don't know. Putty, this is the one thing I lack the cultural context to fully understand.
It's the Vindaloo music video, but with the WWE roster.
There you go, folks. I hope that means things to you. I thought they were fun.
Good.
Mr. McMahon is backstage. He's approaching Triple H. And he's like, you know, pal, me and you, we've had our disagreements, haven't we? Triple H is like, yeah. What's going on here, Vince? Vince is like, the way I see it, you're the last enemy I have left. I've taken out everybody else tonight. Now it's just you, Hunter. Just you. Triple H is like, well, who's to say we even need to fight, Vince? Let's be real, okay? I get it. I can get up to some chicanery. Who's to say you don't get up to some chicanery either? What if we got up to chicanery together? That would be cool, wouldn't it? Huh? Vince thinks about it for a minute, and Triple H is like, come on. You know I can be a yes man just as much as the next guy. Come on, you put me in a little suit, I'll shave my head for you. Like, we'll act like nothing even happened. Come on, Vince. Come on, I'm your boy. You know I'm your boy. And Vince thinks about it, and he's like, you've kicked my ass a lot of times, actually. No, fuck you, I am getting rid of you.
Getting rid of him?
No, that's too much, Vince says. I don't want to get rid of you. You should be chained to this company just like me. But I want you as miserable as I am. the one thing that you want, those 2 world championships, you can't compete for either anymore. You're done. Anyways, have fun with that. He pats Triple H on the shoulder and Vince struts off. Triple H is like, oh. Fuck. Fuck my life.
No.
Yeah, basically. He's just like, damn it. Okay. This is fine. I definitely wouldn't have preferred just being fired or anything. Thank you for still paying me, I guess. Yeah. Well, that main event is fucking well.
Hell
yeah. We got Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley squaring off in our main event. Shelton beats Lashley, which means, but is Bobby Lashley fired?
Absolutely, that's the point.
He is, and he makes an appeal to Teddy Long on his way out. I will see y'all on Fridays.
Teddy Long,
peace.
Pick up that phone.
Just like, I will see y'all on Fridays. I'm out of here. Oh, and he gives Shelton a handshake, too. Because it's no hard feelings. It was one or the other. Is what it is. R-Truth returns to Mr. McMahon backstage. He's like, Vince, Matt died, okay? Matt Morgan is dead. And Vince looks at me, he's like, who the hell is Matt Morgan? And R-Truth, like, gives him a look. And he's like, Vince, it's getting bad out there, dude. Like, I mean, I think we're taking down a lot more of them than we're losing. But, I mean, is it just me and you left, dude? And Vince is like, oh, no, no, he betrayed me.
Wait, I like the idea that Vince says to
he's
that.
Gone.
Me and you. It's always been just me. I'm the only one I can trust.
Who's like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, don't get me wrong. I appreciate you. I find you entertaining. But we're not the same.
R-Truth is like trying to figure out what the fuck he's about to say to this, because this has come out of fucking nowhere. He's like, Vince, we're sorry, you the do-rag, buddy, you're wearing right now.
You're a rapper, Ron. You pose as a gangster. I'm the real deal.
And R-Truth looks at Vince and he's like, you do know I went to prison, right?
I mean, that just means you got caught.
That's such a good fucking line. Holy shit. Yeah, and R-Truth is like, you've got guys out there who are dying. Like, literally dying. Matt Morgan, I think, is dead. He was not breathing. Okay? Hey. When I had to leave him on the floor.
Ron, the game's the game.
Yeah, but real gangsters just don't let their boys die, Vince. You can't even respond to that.
Listen, you were nothing before I came along. You were irrelevant. Everything that you have right now, you owe to me. And if you're not willing to be grateful for that, you can go back into that gutter of irrelevancy, and I'll find someone else to entertain me.
R-Truth's eyes, he just kind of like looks down, and his eyes open, and he's like, what the fuck? And he kind of gets up, and walks towards the door, looks back at Vince, and just says, I don't know when this happened. I don't know when this happened. Peace, dude. This is weird. He opens the door and leaves. And Vince gets up from his desk.
He's alone.
And he takes off his do-rag.
Hangs it up.
Yeah, hangs it up. then puts on his non-work do-rag.
He looks at the ECW championship. He
on the wall. He touches it for a second.
Puts a hand on it. Yeah. I always win in the end.
He puts on like a lighter coat because it's August in Pittsburgh, so he's still wearing a suit. But and he exits his office.
We get shots around the arena. The babyface locker room, empty. The hallways, empty. The DVD realm, empty.
Wait, what?
The interview lounge, empty. The only person we see walking through these corridors is Vince McMahon.
The Gregory Helms turns the corner and he's like, "Get me out! Get me out!" Yeah.
Maybe Vince pauses as he realizes that there's like nobody left. He takes a deep breath and a little smile on his face. He nods. He keeps walking. He gets out to the parking lot and he's walking towards his limo, but then he pauses. And he has a bit of a quizzical look around. And he kind of shakes his head. And he opens up the limo. He gets in. And then we get a shot of his foot like stepping back out of the limo underneath the door.
Yep.
But then he just gets his foot back in, closes the door. And we hear a rev as the limo starts up. And then suddenly, with no warning, the limo explodes into a burst of flames as Raw goes off the air.
Copyright WWE 2007. Do not steal. There you go. What does any of that mean? You'll stick around to find out. We'll see you next time. You got anything to say, buddy?
I'm good.
All right. Peace. There you go. Hell yeah. Was that all right for you?
I think we got there in the end. Yeah, I do apologize for the start, but I felt on the back foot.
You were right. You were right.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, should I just take everything? Okay. It's like, shit, I guess I'll just go with this.
I didn't know what else. I even at the time I was like, there's got to be a better way for me to handle this, but I just didn't know what else to do because I was just very on the back foot.
You were right to say that, though, to be fair. But the moment you
But it was just after that I didn't know how to get back into it is all. I was just like, well,
yeah,
we're already in a point where like the show's changed. Like, I have no idea where you're going now. Whereas if you knew where I was going, because I booked the show. So like, so for me, once you started changing things, I was like, I guess I just leave him to it. And then just try and interject when I can. Because again, I don't really, I wouldn't know where you were going with all that stuff. Because you didn't say anything during the booking, so it was like, okay, well, I guess I just let you have it.
Yeah, I think I hit on almost everything we wanted there, right?
I think so. You changed the Dreamer. Yeah, I think you got the core right, but you changed a few little things that I was like, okay, well, it would be nice to do that in the booking, but you know, it came together in the end.
Yeah, what was the stuff with the Dreamer stuff I had forgotten or changed?
Vince wasn't out there when we booked it, and then that very much changed the angle, in my opinion.
Oh, I see. Fair enough.
And I think the thing with it is when you're in YouTube mode, you're very confident and you won't stop and talk about stuff. So it's like, which is fine. I think that's how you should be. But because you changed stuff that we booked, I was very much like, well, I didn't feel comfortable like interjecting after that first part. I was like, I'm not gonna say anything because you're not gonna sit there and discuss it with me because that's just not how you are in YouTube mode.
Yeah, that's true. YouTube mode, I am very much like,
which is fair, and that's why we pre-book the show. I just, and it's fine to change things every now and then, but I think the core stuff is like you do. And again, I don't necessarily think it's the biggest deal in the world, but I did feel a little blindsided.
Yeah, I realized that when I was like, I don't know, I just, I got the vibe that, like, you weren't, well, I guess just, you weren't happy, I guess is what I'm saying,
yeah,
which is why I just took it and kept going with it.
Yeah, no, I think that was good. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you didn't just stop, because I wasn't gonna take back over, because I
thought I caught that. Yeah,
that would have been bad. I think, because again, it would be like essentially you had started the show and started in a way that I hadn't planned, and then you like, if I had taken back over, then I would be like trying to carry on your plot threads, and I have no idea what you were trying to do. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to do what we were doing. Like, anything that I got wrong was just me forgetting something, or I almost forgot the Bobby Lashley thing entirely before I threw that in. Right, Cena's walking out the door, and Vince is just like, "Also, fuck Bobby."
Oh wait, no, that was another thing. Yeah, no, you added the Bobby Lashley thing in there, but that wasn't actually in the angle either.
Yeah, it was. You said Vince should mention Lashley at some point.
No, Cena mentioned Lashley, but it's...
Oh, okay, I just got that wrong then. Whatever.
Yeah, and I think I can't remember it exactly, but I think the Cena angle you changed a decent amount, but that's fine. It was just a different angle. It's not a big deal. I just and we can do this. Like when it came to that last angle, I was like, I was thinking about halfway through the show, so like, if you do crack on, do I try and get back in for the last angle, because I'm very keen to pitch it in a certain way. Oh yeah, and then the truth one, you were like, oh, Vince wants everyone lined up, and I was like, no, he doesn't. But,
yeah, I don't know. I was like, we could like make a reference to the IRL thing. I don't know. Yeah, fair enough.
No, I do.
Yeah, I
think I'm making a bigger deal with this than I need to, but I just think it's one of those where, like, I do feel like, in a way, it's frustrating to sit down for like 40 minutes and have a show booked, and to like I'm specifically saying things. I said to you at the start, where like, I'm not going to go through things in detail, so everything I said in the booking is key and core. So it was like, when we come to the show and it's like, we're just gonna sort of riff the stuff. It's like, well, cool, but we did have a show booked. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I had felt, I don't know. I had felt bad just taking that whole thing from you, honestly, because I feel like you wanted to do that stuff.
I think the most of the part of the show, I think the show was coherent enough. The two parts we ended up doing. I'm glad I think also I'm glad we managed to get back in for the end. And I think that we did that in a way that seemed natural. And yeah, I was down to take the helm on this, but obviously you went in. I can't even remember what it was, because I definitely remember you gave me an in to do the intro angle, but I was just a very
yeah, it was here. I paused for a moment to see if you'd take it, and I was like, nope, all right, I'm going. And then it was somewhere, it was this one again. I was like, do you want this?
That's what it was. I remember, because you were asking me if I wanted to do the intro when you had already started, and I think by that point you had already like framed it a little bit differently, and I was just like, I was already a bit like, I was just annoyed because we had just literally just booked the show, and I was just like, I would rather not have to deal with going back and forth on the stuff you remember versus the stuff you forget. So it's better to just be like, you know what, you just do the angle and we'll do it your way. And I think that probably ended up being the right call, but I don't know, maybe it was the wrong call.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel, I don't know. I just feel bad that like we've worked towards this, and I think you've had a similar amount of like interest towards it that I have and stuff like that, and I just took the whole thing. I don't know.
No, I mean, that I don't care about so much. Like, okay, I guess it's difficult to say. It's like, I think the show ended up being good, for what it's worth. It was just like, what's the word? Like once I was in that place where I was like, I just kind of want you to, if you're gonna like change one angle, I want you to just do all of the angles your way.
Yeah, I think the idea that you got was like I wasn't paying attention, I guess, or like
not
listening,
necessarily,
because
like I get that, like people remember things differently.
My memory is just shit as well. I can't remember shit, dude.
Yeah, and I guess in some ways I just have to sort of deal with that. But I don't know. I feel like we've had shows before where, I guess maybe you again. I'm a bitch, so maybe it was just a sense of like.
So am I. So
yeah, a sense of like with that angle, because it was so cornerstone, and it was so we were kicking off the show, and it was like one of the 3 angles that I had going into it. And I said to you, like, oh, I've got these 2, and now from there it's sort of up to us to put it together. And it's, so maybe it was a case of like, just leave it with me.
Yeah, no, like 1,000%. Like I get that 1,000%. I realized that as I was going through. I was like, oh shit, I have taken this whole fucking show from this guy. Fuck.
Well, no, I don't. I think that you've said that a couple times, and that specific thing, like, so my problem isn't necessarily. So my problem was with that first angle, because once that first angle has happened, I think it's the right call for you to do most of the show. You're in presenter mode. You've got your vision. You're the one that's off script, so it's like it's easier for you to pull it all together because you know what you're thinking. So like taking the whole show is fine. Like if I had a problem with that, I would have just jumped back in. The reason why you took most of the show is because I let you, like, I was fine with it. Like otherwise I would have said more. But like it was just that we started off on the and again I'm reacting terribly to it. It's not all on you. It's definitely a better way of doing that.
My only thing for that is literally just remind me, like in any way. Like you said the fighting thing, and I was like, "Fuck, why is Orton fighting?" And then you said right at the end, and I was like, "Shit, you're right. That was a major part of this. Damn it." Because we get to see the cool move at least.
And it's very minor, and I get people forget things. It's just one of those where it's like. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those where I'm in the main to like, well, we sit down. The reason why we don't do these across 2 streams is because we can book it and then we can run it. It's like, and I like everyone, like, you and like, I totally shouldn't be that blamey for, just forgetting something. It happens, but it's just a case of like, well. How much are you going to forget across the whole show? Isn't it just better to let you... Because again, it's like relying on you to remember my stuff. At that point, I'm assuming you've forgotten the whole show. So like relying on you to remember my stuff is harder than like just saying, you know what? Whatever he remembers, he can do, and then he can pull the rest of the ideas himself. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I majorly forgot anything else. So like there was some changes and stuff like that. Like Vince being out here for this, obviously, which was just a call that I made in the moment. Which I don't know. I don't even know why I did that. Really, I guess maybe he was on screen, and I was just like, yeah, sure, he can come out on the stage and just like stand there as Dreamer throws his little fit, and he's like, all right, you're dead, like whatever.
Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah, there were a few lines in there that I think we missed out on, but the ones that I thought were really important, I tried to interject.
Yep.
Although that was another problem. I was thinking, is like I really didn't want to interject that line in the opening segment, because I think that when I specifically come in and say that line, it highlights it in a way that's like it's not meant to be so obvious and so unsubtle.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
So I was like, well, I was really hoping you'd remember it, but yeah, I guess I just had to come in with it. I didn't have to, but I thought it was probably worth being unsubtle and getting the line in there.
My thinking would probably just be once this dude dies, most of the stuff he had called in the last couple of weeks here is probably null and void anyways, because like...
Oh yeah, no, it's not about being like tight story-wise. It's just about, I think it's quite a cool line in hindsight when he... Right, it's a little bit of foreshadowing. Yeah. That was mainly it. I ended up liking the Truth stuff being back-to-back with the final angle.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, oh, Vince gets up from his desk. Like, why not?
I also really liked the Truth angle, the way we duoed it, for what it's worth as well.
Yeah, no, I think that worked. I I like that you didn't respond to the line about like people out there are dying, and there was just a pause, and I was just like, you can't even respond to that. Yep. Holy shit.
And then
it's just like, good lord.
That got to transition to the outro thing, but you're right, it definitely was a better pace that way.
And I love too that you immediately shot it off in another direction.
Yep.
It's totally just ignores that. It's just like, hey, I made you, all right? You calm down.
Yep.
It's just like, what the fuck? I am out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think, like I said, I think it was a good show.
Yeah, no, I think it went well as well, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that I majorly like blanked on or something.
I don't think so. It's just minor. Like I think the Dreamer angle was changed a bit, the Cena angle was changed a bit, and the Triple H angle was changed a bit. And they were,
right. Yeah.
And that was that's all. And of course the Open.
Yeah. Which I mean, yeah, they probably were always going to change a bit if I was doing them, just because I don't know. I get a vision in my head, and I'm like, oh, I see how this starts. And stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
Cool.
Got anything else we need to go through?
I don't think so. Are we still live?
We are.
On our side there?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to go over. I think we're good. Vince McMahon is dead, folks.
That's true. He's actually dead.
Well, maybe he's dead, actually. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Somebody next week will have to show up and be like, no, Vince is dead. Yeah, no, he died.
I think, this ended up, like, this was always going to be a pretty hard show to book. I think it ended up coming together quite nicely.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope you're all right with it and stuff like that, honestly.
I thought it was a good show.
Okay, yeah, that's all I need then, I guess. Cool.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you hopefully soon for SmackDown.